What if your heart's desire is closer than you think? What if the missing piece is your willingness to step into alignment? Welcome to Sundays with Metatron. I'm Debbra Lupien, voice of the Akashic Records, bringing you channeled messages from Archangel Metatron. Each week, Metatron delivers clear, empowering insights to inspire and guide your spiritual journey. This is your message for March 2nd, 2025. As you spring into March, pause to evaluate your situation. Are you where you expected to be at this time? If you are, take some time to celebrate and practice extra self-care. If you're not, do not excoriate yourself, but do take the time to evaluate your progress. Where might you make improvements so that come April, you'll be where you plan to be? No need to make it complicated. Simplify as much as possible so that you do not expend unnecessary energy or resources. Breathe, relax, allow, flow. Find your happy space of rhythm and creation that perfectly fits where you are now. It would be wise to spend some time in meditation with your divine team. Ask them to top up your tank, that's your vital force energy tank, and to throw you any extra breadcrumbs that you might need to move into more harmonious alignment with your goals and aspirations. We encourage you to work on your gratitude journal if you have one. If you don't, making some notes about gratitude would be wise at this time. You're now 2/3 of the way through the first quarter of 2025, with many challenges ahead for the month of March. Now is the time to assess and plan. Where do you want to be in 30 days? What's your next inspired step? Too often you harbor the false belief that your heart's desire will take a long time. Months and years may pass without realizing that dream manifestation. You're left feeling foolish for entertaining the belief that you could manifest something so grand. Dreams pushed aside to simmer for prolonged periods of time set you up for failure. Manifesting requires you to take an active role. Let's review the steps. 1. Make the request. 2. Keep it broad, allowing your team to fill in the blanks as necessary to bring you the most beneficent outcome. 3. Keep your eyes open, watching for the breadcrumbs which require your action in order to facilitate the manifestation. Your responsibility to take inspired action is the disconnection. You are a cooperating party and must do your part. We encourage you to take a look at that big dream that's been sitting on the back shelf. Dust it off and bring it out front and center. Then ask your angels for guidance on what action is required of you. Take a moment, close your eyes, breathe deeply and ask, what is my next step? Listen for the whisper of guidance. Nearly always, the missing ingredient is action. Not just any random action, but something you're inspired by your angels to do. That something is a necessary component to completing the project. When you realign your behaviors and beliefs around this strategy, you will notice manifestations come with more ease sooner. Even though the March forecast calls for a rough and cranky month, that does not mean you must delay manifestations. In fact, it's greater reason to hunker down investing more energy and intention. That would be a fine way to redirect your energy during times when you encounter rough seas. This exercise helps you stay in the present to receive angel guidance and inspiration sooner, and thus take action sooner, which results in manifesting sooner. You see how all this works together now? You have the power. You always did. It's merely a matter of tweaking your process to energetically align with your purpose and path. With all the chaos in the world, there can be no better way of using your time to counteract those energies. The more lightworkers who practice presence and deliberate manifestation, the easier it will be to counteract the dark forces who are creating those stormy seas. Do you now see why it's so important to focus on yourself, your aspirations, dreams, and purposeful path? You being in alignment with your soul, manifesting your heart's desire, contributes to the powerful creation energy available for everyone to tap into. The more who tap in, the more that energy expands, enticing and inspiring others to join until your numbers increase exponentially. You'll ascend to a level which the dark forces cannot match. They'll be left in the dust as you march towards your exquisite future, filled with joy, exhilaration, and gusto. You'll revel in delight at what you have created and be filled with gratitude for your divine team who helped you along the way. Do you see how everything in the universe is carefully crafted to fall into place like perfect puzzle pieces? The more pieces you place into that puzzle, the deeper your understanding will be, and by extension, the greater your satisfaction. The reality of divine perfection will leave you filled with deep love and gratitude for yourself, your team, and the many delightful souls who populate your awareness. You may notice an energetic lull this week as you ramp up for the volleys of discordant energy. They will plunge into your awareness as if launched from the paddles of a pinball machine. Listen carefully. You might even hear the bells going off as those volleys ricochet from one stopper to another before being flung at you. Notice how distracting those volleys of energy are. Understand, they're meant to be. What will you glean from this? We recommend keeping an eye on them with your soft focus. Know they're out there and be prepared to sidestep to avoid them. But do not put undue attention on them, for that magnifies their destructive power. Tap into your solar plexus to feel the truth of distractions from the dark forces. They are intending to cause you to detour away from the light and your purpose. They are forever engaged in that behavior, but in the next several weeks, it will be more intense. They are ramping up in a not quite last-ditch effort, but it's getting close. And that understanding is peace and power, for it means you are prevailing against them. That's something to celebrate. Dear glorious children, see it for what it is. Even in the midst of chaos and discordant energy, find your center. Sing, dance, and celebrate your glorious self. You are a perfect, brilliant, divine soul living your purpose. Life is good, productive, and in greater alignment with your long-term goals than previously. You are making progress, and you ought to celebrate that. Know it, feel it, believe it, for it is true. You have much cause for celebration, and the more you celebrate, the more your energy shifts into a positive space, accelerating your progress, bringing you to the next delightful milestone more rapidly than the last. And so it goes, on and on, collecting blue ribbons or gold statues, gold stars, whatever symbols are meaningful to you to commemorate your accomplishments. Even better would be celebratory entries in your journal so that you always remember where you have been and what you have accomplished, which will serve you as you move forward, because there will always be challenges. There will always be periods of chaos. Each time you come through another challenge, triumphant, you build your confidence and your knowing that you will always prevail with the help of your divine team. There may be setbacks here and there, but ultimately you will prevail. You did not come to this life to fail. You will have your triumphant celebration when you exit this skin suit, returning to spirit, having the party of a lifetime, literally, to celebrate your accomplishments. What a joyous day that will be. But for now, that is sometime down the road. Now your focus needs to be on the present so that you can be ready to spring into action at a moment's notice, taking whatever steps are necessary to stay in alignment, to find that place of peace and bliss that awaits you. Namaste, dear children. Thank you, Metatron. And thank you, friends, for joining Sundays with Metatron. Remember, you are the creator of your reality, a powerful, infinite being. Your life can be a glorious, magical journey, walking with your divine team. Don't settle for anything less. If this message resonates, please like, subscribe, and share to help spread Metatron's love and wisdom. I'm Deborah Lupien, voice of the Akashic Records. Namaste.